Hey everyone, Restless Gardener here, back out in the garden today. I just wanted to give you guys a quick video update on my plant haul. Now some of these things I have had sitting around for a while for various projects in my yard, but I just thought I'd show you what I have here and talk a little bit about what my plans are for these plants and show you some of where they're going to go. So let's start with the first one here. This is, not focusing, lemon squeeze Pennisetum. You can see it's already got some blooms. They were not there when I bought those plants. I have 4 of those. The rest of them back there in the background on the patio steps. They are meant to go where these sneeze weeds and prairie drop seed grasses are. Now, if you watched my previous video from probably several months ago, maybe even late last year, a video called Garden Plans for 2023, I had mentioned that I want to change a lot of the area on top of this retaining wall, remove most of the perennials and put in shrubs for low maintenance. Now, those grasses are not shrubs, but I feel like they will be a little bit more low maintenance, a little bit more formal looking than what is here currently. These are sneeze weeds. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, and then there are 6 prairie drop seed grasses. Now the prairie drop seeds and the sneeze weeds will get reused. It's just not really the look I'm going for on top of this retaining wall, because again, if you watched the previous video, the sneeze weeds tend to do this at the bottom. And in a few weeks when they're blooming, the bottoms of these plants will be even more kind of black and just not very attractive looking. So I want something that's going to look a little bit nicer here. And I think the sneeze weeds just get a little bit too shaded out, believe it or not. Sorry, not the sneeze weeds. The prairie drop seed grasses tend to get a little bit shaded out here by the height of the perennials, and you can see they get a little bit brown in the middle. So again, not the look I'm going for. Those will get moved up to the rain garden berm. And then I have 4 of the lemon squeeze Pennisetum to go here, and I think 4 will fit nicely because I believe this pink coneflower and the stackies growing in front of it, and hopefully the rest of this liriope will also get removed. So 4 of them will fit nicely here. See if I can get the plant tag out here and show you the spacing on these plants and the height. So again, there's the plant tag. I can get that dirt. And it says 36 to 42 inches. And the spacing is minimum 48 inches. Not sure if you can see that, very tiny. So, like I said, I have 4 of those. So if the minimum spacing, sorry, the camera shut off there for some reason. So if the minimum spacing is 4 feet, they will take up this space nicely in here. So that is where I intend to put the lemon squeeze Pennisetum. Let's see now. The next plant is a Castlewall Holly. And again, in previous videos you might have watched, we planted some Castle Spire hollies and some Castle Keep hollies that are female hollies and need a pollinator in order to produce the red berries, and this is the pollinator, the Castlewall. So let me see if I open up the tag here. Get that. So the Castlewall, let's see, 5 to 8 feet tall, 3 to 4 feet wide. Sun to part shade. And where that is going to go, you walk over here, it's going to replace a beautyberry that has gotten a lot bigger than it was meant to. Cut it back a little bit. So it's going to replace this beautyberry. So that in the winter we'll have a little bit more evergreen interest in this corner. You can see the beautyberry. It's really got pretty pink flowers all up and down the stems. And those will be berries. You can even see in there all those beautiful pink little flowers. So those will all be berries, but this beautyberry was only supposed to be 4 to 5 feet tall. And I came in and cut it back by probably about 2 to 3 feet last week, which would have put it probably 8 feet tall. So it tends to block that window. So that did not turn out to be the plant that I wanted for this corner. So again, the Castlewall Holly will go here, and we do have another evergreen here. This is a gold cone juniper. So there will be two evergreens in here for winter interest, and again, the Castlewall will pollinate the castle spires and the castle keeps. Castle keeps we planted on the garage side when we removed, well, we had someone transplant 3 red twig dogwoods that were over here because they were just too big. So here are the 3 castle keeps, which will get 3 to 5 feet tall and wide. And you can see that light green growth on top. That's already the new growth. This one is doing particularly well. So in the winter, they will have red berries once pollinated by that castle wall. I'm not going to walk up and show you where the castle spires are because it just rained earlier and everything is really wet. And I'm in flip-flops, which I usually am in the garden, but see, the castle spires are up at the edge of that bed. If you can see that, there's 3 of them up there, and that's one of them. So they are in perfect distance to be pollinated by that castle wall, so that we will have pretty red berries on all of our hollies. So that is that. And then the next plant, which I got 3 of these beautiful plants at work. This is Tiger Eyes Sumac. You can see the beautiful color variations in that picture. And right now it is a beautiful chartreuse, which is perfect. This one is 6x6, deer resistant. We will take that with a grain of salt because in my experience nothing is deer resistant. And I had read somewhere online that this is the perfect shrub for kind of delineating or what's the word I'm looking for? Transition between a less formal area like a wooded area and your formal garden area. And that's exactly where these are going to go, up at the edge of what was the woods. Last year we had all those ash trees removed and had a meadow seeded. Earlier this summer we had some eastern white pines and river birches planted. So these will transition the area nicely from what is currently a lawn into the more wooded area. And then we'll plant some more stuff around these as well. These will be the first plants to be planted in a new bed, transitioning from a lawned area to a wooded, kind of more wild area. So I have 3 of those. There's one here. And then I have 2 more sitting there on the fireplace ledge. And then my last one, I got these at work as well, and I've had these for a while. I've wanted these for a while as well. Pinpoint blue and gold false cypress. You can see the blue and the gold. I mean, these are just gorgeous cypresses. I've loved them ever since I saw them. I would really have liked to have gotten something bigger. These are in 3 gallons. Almost all of these are in 3-gallon containers. It's just not easy to find these, say, in a balled and burlap form, or even a 5 or 7 gallon. But that's okay. Once I get these out of the pots, they'll start to put on growth. And again, I have 2 of these. There's one here. And And there's another one right there. So these are going to get planted. Well, let me show you the stats first. These are, I believe, 12 to 15 wide, 5 to 7 tall. So let's see. Get that. This is not cooperating. Open this again. "15 to 20 tall, 4 to 5 feet wide." Now, I have a feeling they're going to get wider than that. Sun to part shade, and I think this would probably do better in mostly sunny locations. So the two of those, you're probably not going to be able to see it. And again, I don't feel like walking all the way up there because everything is so wet, but let's see if I can get a little bit closer without getting totally drenched. So they are going to go, so this is the new rain garden berm. There are 3 chokeberries there, and behind them is a holly. On the other side of that holly are 2 other chokeberries that I want to remove. I'll transplant those up to the meadowy area and transplant in these pinpoint blue and gold fall cypress. So that's where they're going to go. And the reason why I'm going to fill in the area between those 2 hollies with something evergreen is to close that gap. The hollies were planted about, I'm going to say 8-9 feet apart. And it creates a gap in what is supposed to be a holly hedge there, which is fine. The hollies will eventually grow together, but we're going to keep them pruned so that they don't get out of control. And I just think this will provide some more evergreen interest up on that rain garden berm to kind of block the view into the yard. Because you can see into that area of the yard from all the way down all of our neighbors' yards. Look right into our yard. We all look into each other's yards at the very top, but as I've said before, I like total privacy, so I'm just trying to close that gap a little bit. And I thought these were the perfect shrubs, trees to put there, because they do need a little protection from winter wind, which they will get there. So that's where those are going to go. So I hope you enjoyed this quick update of my plant haul that has been sitting here actually for quite some time because it's just been too hot, too humid to plant. But these will do fine in the pots. You just keep them well watered. Oh, and one other update. So in my earlier video, the garden plans for 2023 video, I had said that I wanted to move the lime Ricky hydrangeas, and we did. So those are here, 2 of them on top of the retaining wall. We got rid of the 3 red barberries, which I wanted to do. We were able to obtain another lime Ricky hydrangea, which isn't easy to do because I believe they are no longer in production. I think they're proven winter shrubs, but proven winters is no longer growing them. But I was able to get another one, so that's what the smaller one is. And it'll eventually get bigger and fill in here, and I just think that would look so pretty with the lemon squeeze penniseedums once we get those planted in here. And once we do get those planted, obviously I'll give an update. Just not sure what I want to do here yet. I don't remember what I said I wanted to do here in that video. My most recent thought was to put 3 of the Miss series butterfly bushes. Obviously all the rest of these perennials will move as well. 3 Miss Violets or Miss Mollies, Miss Rubies, which are all 4 to 5 feet tall and wide, pretty magenta flowers. And I think those would look pretty here. But I don't want to buy any more plants until we start getting some of these other items moved. So that's my plant haul update. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and see you in the next one. Bye.